Alright, I think we're up. Hey everybody, welcome aboard. Captain Mike here. Today we're going to run a Bahamasair Flight, Flight 203 with non-stop service from Nassau to Fort Lauderdale. It's a little short hop. It's Sunday, I have family coming over, so I want to get a ride in, but I can't get a decent ride in, so this will have to do. Anyway, Bahamasair did this ride in 47 minutes, so we'll see just how close we can come to that. Aircraft's cold and dark. I just got in here with the paperwork, so let's get started. Alright, DC battery selected to bat. DC battery switch is on guarded. Standby power is auto guarded. Alternate flaps are off guarded. Fuel pump switches are off. Wipers are set to park. Hydraulic pumps electric 2 and 1 are off. Landing gears down. We've got 3 green and 3 green on the aft overhead. Weather radar is set to test. Master caution reset. Fault in op test. And overheat fire test. Alright, ground power is available. We're going to get on ground power and confirm with the AC selector. We are already set for unconditioned air. Galley power is on. Let's align our IRSs here. And emergency exit lights are armed. Let's just cycle that trim air. That's looking pretty good. Let's enter our position. And we are at MYNN and 25023 West 77279. That's what's in the database. Let's see what the GPS is picking up now. 25, yeah, so we're pretty close. So that pretty much matches what's in the database. So there's no issues with the IRS setup. That's looking pretty good. Let's get some brake pressure in here. We'll give them the position and the logo lights. Flaps are up, and showing up on the aft overhead.
If you need any deviation, just let me know. I don't have an observation.
We'll get the brakes set. Oh hey Iron Man, how's it going? Welcome. You just caught me in Nassau. I'm doing a little short hop. I have family coming over. Hey you, how's it going, man? Yeah, I'm gonna have a nice short ride, man. Oh, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. And I enjoy the company, as well as the conversation along the way, my friends. Alright, let's see. I do believe we are pretty much set up with the originator flight. Let's just get the hydraulic pumps off. Alright, let's continue with the pre-flight. Leading edge devices test. Service interphone is off. Engine reversers are extinguished. EEC switches are on guarded. Crew oxygen is 13,000. Passenger oxygen is normal guarded. The flight recorder test is normal guarded. We're going to test that. And back to normal guarded. And Mach speed test 1 and 2. Going to be a little too early for stall warning. We'll come back to that. 3 green on the landing gear. PSCU is out. Let's check our oxygen flow here. Get my finger in there. That's good. And lights test.
American 2417 after Cessna, descend via the start to 10,000, clear for the ILS solo runway to be left approach.
Alright, after Cessna, descend via the star. And cleared for the ILS 023 Lost American 2417. Lost American 2417, number 200, discretion to 14,000.
American 2417, radar contact, fly direct to Cessna and descend to...
Alright, lights test. We are good, which is good because I'm maintenance, so I don't want to do any work today. Alright, flight controls A and B are on guarded, alternate flaps are off guarded, spoilers A and B are on guarded, yaw damper is on, VHF nav is normal, IRS is normal, FMC is normal, source selectors, auto control panel set to normal. Fuel temperature is 30, and cross feed check, fuel pumps are off. Cross feed check is good. AC/DC panel is set. Galley power is on. Equipment cooling supply and exhaust is normal. Emergency exit lights are on. No smoking seatbelt signs on. Window heat. Let's get that on. And we'll run the overheat test. TAT test. And wing and engine anti-ice are off. Electric hydraulic pumps 2 and 1 are off. 3 entrance ways are open. Test on the hydraulic. On the flight recorder. Pressurization panel is all zeroed out, which is a good thing. We're at the gate. Temperature is nice and comfortable. And let's reset the master caution. Overheat test. Wing body, AC, master, very good. And we are set for unconditioned air. Today's ride is 20,000. So we'll be at flight level 200 today. Alright, that is set. And let's check out outflow valve.
Center, good morning, Falcon 114 Bravo Delta 6300 for 10,000.
Okay, that's good. And lights, we have logo and position. And we're going to use the right igniter for this ride. Alright, let's do ATIS clearance and then program the flight management computer. ATIS is going to be on 118.7.
019er.
What do we have here?
Altitude 1700 feet. Arriving and departing runways 3.
Sierra, okay. Visibility is 6. Fuel cumulus, okay, 1500. Scattered at 2,000. Broken at 20.
Altitude.
Temperature is 31. Dew point's 25. We got 1019 on the pressure.
Short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Sierra.
We have 19 on the pressure.
Information, Sierra.
Fat fingers.
0 Zulu. Wind 045 at 7. Visibility 7.
Cross check that. That's looking pretty good.
Cumulonimbus at 1500.
Oh, 19, not 18.
Scattered at 2,000 feet. Broken at 20,000 feet.
Yeah. We're using 32 on the way out.
2.25.
Bird activity, uh-oh. Hope they don't whack the engines.
0 feet. Arriving and departing runways 32.
Alright, we've got Sierra.
Level 185. Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Advise on course.
Hope we don't whack any birds.
And the flight following is requested.
Alright, clearance 118.3.
And hold short instructions.
Alright.
Diner 7 is climbing through 11,500 for flight level 180.
Nassau clearance, good evening, Bahamasair 203. Looking for IFR clearance at Fort Lauderdale as filed with Sierra.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Alright, I'll have you, and I'll have you. This should be a nice, easy ride.
Nassau clearance information Sierra is current. Cleared to Fort Lauderdale via the Javis 2 departure. Then as filed, departure runway 32. Initial climb to 4,000. Departure on 121.0. Squawk 1151.
Cleared to Fort Lauderdale via the Javis 2 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. We can expect flight level 200 in 10 minutes. Departure on 121.0, squawk 1151 for Bahamasair 203. Alright. That looks pretty good. Let's get the flight management.
03, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.7 when ready.
Alright, let's get ground on there and let them roll. Alright. Let's get this programmed as quick as I can. I don't have any screens up there. And we are at gate. Let's get our ride in here.
800 for 18,000.
Alaska 283, buenos días, Casino Farm to 18,000.
50 to 18,000, Alaska 283.
And this is going to be a Bahamasair BHS. Right.
Good afternoon, climb unrestricted to flight level
203.
Unrestricted, flight level 340, let's get 2,000.
And we have runway
JetBlue 38.
32 on the way out.
14.6, climbing flight level 180. JetBlue 38, flying to flight level
We have the Javis 2 on 32, and we're going to Major. And on the way in, we've got decal 9. Right, and they are using left. Let's have a look at that.
Reduce speed 200 knots.
200 knots.
Alright, Javis, Major, then we have Carry. Right, UI.
Delta 573, contact 1975.
1975.
And Bimini.
Good day. Bye.
Right.
6-door right, heading 190. Right, 190, American 546.
I put that in wrong. BIM.
American 546, contact 121.2.
Right.
21.2 emergency 540.
Oh, you schmuck. You're an idiot. Z.
American
P.
2546,
P.
maintain 200 Nassau.
That ain't gonna work that way.
With the approach, contact 1975.
And then decal is next, right?
The approach, American 2546.
Decal, then we're into Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale, we're gonna pick up the arrival. Yeah, let me have that now. Let's take a quick peek at the SID here. We've got Javas 2. What do we have? Restriction-wise.
Contact approach control 121.2.
Alright, we're basically straight out.
Control Delta 387 in the Barrow 1, Papa 35.
Javas, proceed 316, and was your expect further. Yep, okay, 10. Very good. That looks pretty good. Alright, let's take a look at the way in. We should be on the arrival chart at the Fort Lauderdale as soon as we get in the air, basically.
64124.1.
24.1.
And on the way in, we had the decal 9.
416. Check to 11,000 as public, check contact 11975.
Alright, we're looking pretty good all the way across. Alright, now, decal. Have a peek here. You know what? Let me put this in here. Let me fill this in. I'm only getting one ride in today, so.
Elegant 952 gave you radar contact. Speed to 10 knots.
I don't know why I didn't put that in. We put in the measure. Transition, but it did not edit. So we have Jarvis. Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong page, you schmuck. Measure, then carry after that. Let's have you, because I'm trying to do this in a hurry. Right.
Delta 172 for when it started there is radar contact, climate restricted to 18000.
CVB, and we're going to go to R.
1972, unrestricted 18000 via the non-shift.
Clear that. We want RA, JY. Yes.
Delta 1972, stop information. Delta 1972, say again.
Okay, that looks good. That takes us to Bimini, decal over to Fort Lauderdale.
1972 traffic in sight.
And then from Fort Lauderdale.
1972 traffic in sight. Delta 1972 Roger and clear direct Palak is Tango Alpha, Lima Alpha Golf.
Let's put in.
So 1972, clear direct Palak, Tango Alpha, Lima Alpha Golf.
360, Mach decimal 8 is 0. And
I don't know why I didn't put that in. I should have put that in.
It's not coming up yet. That's 1037 Zulu.
Right. And, oh, I don't want that. I'd put that in for me, that's why. That's what I want, and we're coming in from... That's what I want. Alright, let's fix this. Alright, Jarvis, Major, Ray, then we're into Bimini, and then decal.
American 310, 4,000 for 10,000 direct to going.
Fort Lauderdale, and then we have the RNAV-Y, so we're going to swing around and then come in at 10 left, just like they did in the real world. 10 left, and then we have the hold on the mist. Okay, that looks good now. Alright, let's come back to you.
KFLL squad 4522.
Okay.
Radar contact.
Alright, that's good. Let's get our weight in here now. I already put that in. Seal fuel weight is 121.3. What's our final reserve going to be here?
Number 601, Charlie Foxtrot Center, good morning, maintain VFR, Lincoln altimeter 30.
Final reserve 6452, so that's going to be 6.5. Cost index is 18 this ride, I believe. CI is 18. We're cruising at 20. Alright, and we are in. Very good. Alright, let's get our cruise winds and OAT. Alright, 061 at 11. And the OAT is going to be 14. We're not going to derate the engines. Our CG is 24.6. It's going to be a flaps 5 takeoff, 475 on a trim. And nothing on that. 040 at 7. Trying to get through this quick since you don't have the 2D screens up there. And buck 44 on the engine out.
Morning, Falcon 114 Bravo.
That's looking pretty good. Let's get our descent forecast in there. Alright, we're at 20,000, so we'll put in 20. We'll put in 15. And we'll put in 10,000. Alright, now, top of descent, we're looking at 14.
Good morning, up to 320, we're at a 6.7, JetBlue 1604.
And on the back end, we're looking at 3009. Let's get that there. Alright, let's get a 035 at 9. At 15, 344 at 11. And at 10,000, we're looking at 325 at 7. That's looking pretty good. Let's come here. Let me have you, route data, and let's just request the cruise winds. I'm not going to put them in. I can, though. It's only carrying and Bimini. But it's easier this way. Alright, load that up. And that we already have. So we are looking pretty good. Make sure I didn't screw this up one more time. And we're coming around. Very good. Alright, that's set. That's set, that's set, that's set. 121.7, we're on ground right now. Tower's 119.5. Okay, and departure they gave us 121 flat. Alright, so we're good here. Alright, let me have you. That's good. I'll take terrain, position, data, airport, and station. I'm on the master. You're on the slave. You can have weather, station, airport, data, and position. And that's looking pretty good. That is set. We're cleared up to 4. Alright, my clock is good. Nose wheel steering is normal guarded. Let's take a look at our screens here. Very good. And our auto flight 1 and 2. And the primary flight display. The artificial horizon is level 0 on the ground speed, 45 on the speed tape. V1 is 130, 144 on the engine out, 316 on the heading. And that should be a deuce. I looked at that before and I never put it in. This is on the decision height if we have to come back. We got birds in the area, so we whack any birds, we lose an engine, something happens, we got to come back. That's already done. Alright, so that's it. Local pressure is 1019. We're cleared up to 4. I've got terrain on the nav display, and we're looking at 1019. And that is set. That's looking pretty good. Reset the fuel flow. N1 is set. Auto speed reference is auto. Auto brake is set for rejected takeoff. We are good here. That's looking pretty good. Let's check our bottles. We got a clean board. Cargo test. Very good. Let's get that test done. That test should be done here. And let's check the stall warning 1 and 2. Alright, that's good. Alright, let's get these doors buttoned up. Let's get ready to get on out of here.
Clear of conflict. Descend. 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 Crossing. Descend.
Services. And no fuel in the center tank.
Descend. Descend now. Descend. Descend now. Increase climb. Increase climb. Increase descent. Increase descent.
All right, we're just about ready to get out of here.
Maintain vertical speed.
Hey, Marshalling.
Maintain. Monitor.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, my friend. All right, that's good. Let's get the long test in here on ground proximity. All right, our doors are buttoned up. We're just waiting on the APU now, and we can get on out of here.
Think rate.
Center through 2321, 5,800, flapping 10,000, direct 20.
Don't sink. Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear.
Frontier flight 129, 8.5, climbing 10,000.
Too low. Terrain. Flight is slow.
All right, that's enough air.
Bank angle.
Approaching decision height.
Minimum 2,500. 1,000. 500.
Level 330, frontier flight 129. 360, frontier flight 129.
Ah, the APU is up. Let's get on APU bleed.
50. 40.
We'll give it a minute. We'll switch over to APU bleed air. Take a look at ground services. Our chocks are in. We get rid of the chocks.
Wind shear.
Brakes are up.
Too low. Terrain. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain
Control
ahead.
morning, Alaska 283, passing 10,800 for 18,000.
Obstacle.
Alaska
Obstacle
283,
ahead.
buenos días,
Pull up.
destino farm to 18,000.
Continue to 18,000, Alaska 283.
All right, let's say that's been about a minute. Let's get disconnected from the gate. And let's get pushed back on the way.
Down the cockpit, tower's driving up.
Stop that.
1303, left on direct to Almain Street, descend via start to 1000.
And we've got runway 32 on the way out.
The arrival via to 1000, American 1303.
All right.
Affirmative. It's confirmed direct to Almain, American 1303.
So Bahamasair Flight 203, they did this in 47 minutes in the real world, so we'll see just how close we come to that. Take just about as long to set up the ride as it is to actually run the ride. But it's Sunday, I've got family coming, so a short ride is better than no ride.
Control, Delta 1972, passing 11.5.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Flight level 320. Delta 1972, unrestricted 320. Delta 1972, contact 10 America control, 124 decimal 1 pitching. Delta 1972, 10 America control, 124 decimal 1, 20. What are you for?
Alaska 283, buenos días, radar contact 23001, time restricted to 18,000.
Unrestricted to 18,000, Alaska 283.
All right, we're getting picked up.
Good evening, this is Bravo Victor Lauderdale 40.
So connected and bypass plan inserted. Release parking brake.
All right, we're pretty much good to go.
Climbing flight level 410 unrestricted via the Corporal for Bravo.
On Nassau ground, good evening, Bahamasair 203 at Terminal Charlie, Gate 44, ready for push and start with Sierra.
Bahamas 203, Nassau ground, push and start approved, face southwest.
Whoa. Clear, push and start, Bahamasair 203. All right, we're good to go. All right, let's get that clock going. Let's get that going.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
I can barely see the chat. Hey, George, how's it going? Just on the bottom. I have a small little screen here. Hard to read, but...
American 2227 request. Good.
All right, packs are good. Anti-collision lights coming on. We're starting number 2.
Hawaiian 40, position 7 miles from Google, radar service terminated, contact Mendoza 134.7. 347, Victor 40. American 940, traffic at 2 o'clock, 6 miles northeastbound, descending and maintaining 10,000 feet out there right.
Contact American 940 heavy. American 2233, follow 300 hotel.
The night lighting that you're going to see out there, that's my night lighting edits. I wasn't crazy about the ones that came with the X-Plane 12, so I created my own. So if you don't like them, that's on me. But if you do like them, want to give them a try, there is a link down below. All right, and Gen 2, we're looking pretty good. Isolation valve is closed, right back to auto. Duct pressure is good. We're starting number 1.
Standby 85, reduce to 200 knots, contact final approach 119.75.
11975, we're 200 knots, Delta 585.
American 2233, say again please.
Disregard for American 2233, we're descending via the Darren 1 Bravo.
To 14,000 feet.
Okay, to 14,000 feet, American 2233.
2233, contact final approach
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
75, American 2233, 10 p.m.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All right, we are stable. They are locked. That looks good. Off you, and let's have a peek. All right, that's looking pretty good. Oh, no, George, this is not VATSIM. I'm using a combination of SayIntentions, AI, and XATC chatter.
Alpha T20, descending 200.
Oh, yeah, George, I just have to get into the garage, crank this up. I can go for a ride whenever I feel like it. Oh, yeah, daytime, nighttime, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. I can get it pitch black in here for the most part. Pretty cool.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
All right. All right, so tow is gone. Let me have you. Give me the flaps. We're on TA, auto. Let me have auto. I'll take the flight controls here.
American 2227. Approach American 257. 14,000 heading 090 assigned.
That looks pretty good.
257 radar contact maintain 14,000 and
let's have a quick peek.
Maintain 14,000 and 200 257.
That top section is done. Exterior lights as needed. We are good. APU is off. Master caution recall. We've got a clean board. Flaps are set to take off. Transponders TA auto. Weather radar set for auto. Flight controls are free and clear. If you want to grab this, there's a link for this as well. This is actually a flow checklist. It's a combination, but the flow actually captures everything that's on the checklist. But this is basically what they would memorize. But it's a combination of both. So if you run your own simulator at home and you're looking for a flow checklist, you got one right there. All right. And Nassau ground, Bahamasair 203 at Terminal Charlie, Gate 44, looking to taxi to runway 32. Should be relatively straightforward.
Taxi to runway 32 via Hotel 2 Hotel.
Too much caffeine, man.
119.5 when ready for departure.
Clear the taxi to runway 32 via Hotel 2 Hotel. Contact the tower on 119.5 when ready. Bahamasair 203. Good night. We're going to switch over right now. All right, let's go. All right, so we got Hotel 2, which is straight up here, and then we got a left coming up, and we're going to take Hotel all the way down to the end.
Good evening, better contact. Send via Enaga 1 Bravo 14,000.
Yeah, I don't know how they manage that. These are locked, and they're locked on that aircraft as well. You actually have to lift them up and push them down. So I don't know what happened there. That looks like that was a deliberate act. But I wasn't there, so I can't say for sure, but it sure looks that way. All right, here's Hotel 2.
I was Zulu T3 left approach for clear, United 1566.
And this is Hotel, so we're going to make a left here and take that all the way down. And again, the lighting you see out there, that's on me, and what you're going to see on climb out and on the way into Fort Lauderdale. That's on me. Those are my edits, and I'm also using reshape mixed in as well. But I set up the ride coming into Fort Lauderdale so that we're basically going to be making left-hand turns. So we're going to head straight over Fort Lauderdale, we're going to bank left, and then basically we're making a big left-hand U-turn coming into 10 left. So the view out these windows should be pretty good for that camera.
243, right turn direct to Cessna, 6 descent via start 10,000.
I'm using the latest and greatest from Laminar Research, their latest release that just come out, their release candidate. And I'm using the latest from ZiboMod. So as of today, as well as I checked. So we're completely up to date. Although my video drivers are back to the 566, I think they're 36, just before the 50 boards come out. They seem to give me the best performance overall. The newer drivers just seem to introduce issues of flickering and some heavy stutters every now and then. So this seems to be the lesser of all the evils right now.
We reduce speed to 200.
Reduce to 200, we're pulling out again.
And what do we have? We have the Javas 2 on the way out, and then the Decal 9 on the way in, which is basically immediately.
1547, radar designated.
So I hope we have a nice view on the way in to Fort Lauderdale. Weather-wise, that is. It looked alright when I checked when I was setting this up, but anything can happen here within a matter of 20 minutes, especially where I am.
American 1834, turn left,
Alright, easy there, Louis. What do you think? You're southwest? Not today.
American 1834. American 1834, we are reaching the runway 23 left, maintain 14,000.
Oh, the camera's picking up the city lights out there.
I will expect radar vectors to intercept localizer for 23.
Looks nice from in the flight deck, but I'm seeing it at 4K. That camera's only 1080, so not much I can do about that.
09034. American 1834, intercept the localizer and clear ILS Zulu, runway 23 left approach. ILS Zulu, runway 23 left approach, American 1834.
Trying to read the writing, it's a little difficult.
Approaching 28.
American 1834, reduce speed to 160 knots, radar service terminated, of the tower.
Let's see, are you a real pilot as well? Don't know how many amateurs with such a fancy setup. Oh, there's quite a few that have setups like this, but I flew in the real world a long time ago, and that was before I met my wife. And then my wife said that was too dangerous. So, believe it or not, I ended up working in law enforcement with a gun strapped to my hip. Go figure her thinking.
Heading 320.
That was a long time ago. Up in New York.
Red Delta 585, expect rejoining Cessna.
Joining Cessna Delta 585.
Alright, we're already on tower, right? They gave us 121 flat
Descend via start to 10,000.
on the departure.
Descend via start to 10,000 at the 585.
Yeah, I saved for 15 years to get this baby.
19.75.
Took me 15 years. Nassau Tower, good evening, Bahamasair 203. Holding short runway 32, ready for departure. And Java's 2.
Bahamas 203, Nassau Tower, runway 32, wind 030 at 8, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Bahamasair 203.
Ethiopian 3516,
All right.
request descent via the arrival.
Ethiopian 3516, descend via Lasso 1 Bravo.
Let's have you going, your TARA.
The arrival, the lateral.
Let's go have a peek.
Ethiopian 3516.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
10 notification is complete. Exterior lights as needed. We're good. Engine start select is to continuous. Auto throttle is armed. Transponder is TARA. And parking brake release 40%. We're out of here. So we're going to be inbound Jarvis, then Major. And then Major ends the SID out of Nassau. And we're already on the arrival into Fort Lauderdale.
Not indicated. Ethiopian 3516.
All right, give me 40%.
On runway 32.
Stable, Toga. Thrust set. Airspeed's active. 80 knots. Check. Throttle hold. We are stable through 80.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up. Now we're basically straight out, so you can have it, Zibo. I don't know if you can see those lights before the city lighting is gone. Got a slight little left coming up here. Contact departure 121.0 Bahamasair 203. Good night. NASA departure Bahamasair 203 with you. Climbing through 1900 for 4,000 inbound Jarvis.
Bahamas 203, Nassau departure, radar contact, climb flight level 180.
Climb flight level 180 Bahamasair 203. All right, city lights are gone. And flaps one. And we're going to 17 now. Inbound Major.
Bahamas 203, climb flight level 200.
Climb flight level 200 Bahamasair 203. All right, so they cleared us up to cruise already. Flaps up. And I don't know if you can see on this chart.
Maintain flight level 200.
Maintain flight level 200 Bahamasair 203. I guess they thought I was asking a question. We're right here, that little magenta triangle, and we're outbound to Major. And if we pick up, might as well do that right now. Yeah, let's see if we can pick that up. Man, we're on here already. So, let's go back to you. Oh no, nice ride from the mod. So far anyway. How much did this, well actually I've had this flight deck 10 years now. This was professionally built by Flightdeck Solutions. So it's going to cost you a lot more than it did me. Back then I'm looking at about 100 grand. You're looking at a little bit more than that now. But if you have skills, and if you can make this out of wood, you don't have to use metal and all that. But if you have skills, you can cut squares and holes and solder wire onto boards and whatnot, then you can do it for a lot less money. No doubt about it. All right, that's 10,000. So N1, N2, EGT, oil pressure, temperature, quantity, vibrations, all looking pretty good. We're climbing up nicely on the pressure, and the temperature back there is nice and comfortable. We've got 170 miles now to Fort Lauderdale. We'll have 10.2 on the fuel when we get in. Another 20 miles to top of climb. So we're doing at 4:01. It's 3:29 right now, so just about a half hour.
Descender number 20.
nice quick ride, and then hopefully we'll have a nice view of Florida out there in the distance real quick. Got some clouds out here I can see ever so lightly. But there's not much. Looks more like it's just like a little bit of a haze. Oh, hey, Jindal. How are you? Do I get bored? Not really. If I set up flights that are like 3 hours long to do some testing, yeah, get a little bored and cruise. But that's why I like to run like an hour, hour and a half rides. Because by the time you get a cruise, you're there maybe 20 minutes, a half hour, you're on your way down again. So you're constantly busy. One of the reasons why I picked the 737 NG, there are so many hour rides, hour and a half rides in the real world that I can mimic with the Flightdeck. So I really wouldn't want to run a 777 or a 787 and then come in here for 14, 18 hours. I'd be bored out of my skull. So, and I run it in real time. I don't increase the speed of the flight, you know, in X-Plane or in MS 2020 if I'm using Microsoft. I let it run at normal speed. So if it's an hour's ride, it's going to take me an hour. Matter of fact, Bahamasair did this ride in 47 minutes. We left the gate 17 minutes ago, entered the runway 6 minutes ago. Right, and right now we've got 160 miles to go.
Contact Nassau Center on 134.8.
We can let them run around. Contact Nassau Center on 134.8, Bahamasair 203. Good night. Bahamasair 203, Nassau Center, good evening. With you, climbing through 17.9 for flight level 200. We're inbound Regie. And we're going to go to standard pressure now. All right, let's come off of that. I did a lot of the work on the back end for Fort Lauderdale already because this is a quick ride.
Thousand to go.
And 273.
American 2417, wait out contact, flight direction Cessna, and descend to road.
All in all, pretty good run. All right, I'll take the weather now. You can have the terrain. I don't think there's really anything to speak of out there. Let's have a peek. See if anything is built up. We do have a little bit of weather in Fort Lauderdale there. That should be just inside our scope here. A little bit to the right. It must be just outside of, was it Bimini? Yeah. Oh no, that's actually further out. Not going to show up on that chart just yet. That's actually all the way in by Fort Lauderdale. So we might get whacked with a little bit. All right, we're coming up to Rajay now. Rajay 11.8 on the fuel with 12.1. We'll have 10.1 when we get in. 146 miles to go. 82 miles top of descent. Pressure's holding beautifully, and the temperature back there is nice and comfortable. All in all, it's been a great ride from the mod. Well, I've done some rides from LA to Hawaii in the 737 in real time. I did a couple of those way back when, which were pretty cool.
Center, good morning, Falcon 114 Bravo Delta 6300 for 10,000 flat.
I think if you go back to when I was running P3D, I think I even had a 6-hour ride from Kennedy to LA, nonstop. I may not have sat in the flight deck the entire time though. Must be picking up something from the moon. You can see the clouds. Well, camera might not be getting them now. Although we're making a turn there. They may creep in here on the right-hand side. We can see some cloud haze up above us. Might be picking up some light from the moon. And we're going to 301. And the fuel is right on the money. Beautiful ride. And we are inbound Bimini. And basically, as soon as we left Nassau, even though we were on that departure, we were on the arrival coming into Fort Lauderdale. So I set this up, so we're going to come through decal 9, so we're basically going to head right over Fort Lauderdale, pass over it, and then we're going to be making like a looping left-hand turn to come into 10 left on the way in. We should have a really nice view. Yeah, it took me 15 years to save for this thing. When my friends were going out partying on the weekends, I stayed home. Whenever I got the urge to go out, I went online and I looked at some videos of other people that had flight decks done to trying to get myself focused. But it took me 15 years to save. Outside of paying all the normal bills and everything, you know, so. But, I don't know if it was my busiest arrival, but I think there's actually quite a few arrivals that I like. Coming into the Compton is really an interesting airport because you got a looping turn in between these airports. You've got a downgrade on the way in on short final. It's an amazing approach. Very challenging. That's a nice one because it's challenging like that. I like the Kennedy Parkway visual at night because it's Bell Parkway and all the lights as you're coming in, and you got that short right-hand turn on short final coming up. That's rather nice. So then if you head on over across the pond, you've got Innsbruck because of the mountains situated on both sides, and you've got that looping turn on the way out as you climb out. That's another beautiful run. There's just so many of them. It's really hard to just pick which one would be my favorite or busiest, and then it depends on the time of the day too. All right, under 60 miles now, top of descent, 123 to go. 20 odd minutes. Be nice if we start picking up the lights from Florida here real soon. I think you're going to have a great view out that window. And again, for those of you that may be joining for the first time, the lights that you're going to see out there are my night lighting headeds. I wasn't crazy about the ones from Laminaz, so I went and I redid them a little bit. I'm also using reshade, so give them a little bit of a kick. So if you don't like them, that's on me. That's not on Laminaz or X-Plane. But there is a link down below for a lot of this stuff. My flow checklist, the lights, park cars, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I have on there if you're interested in giving them a look. They're all free. It's all freeware. Hey, Alex. How's it going? Welcome back, brother. Yeah, it's been a pretty good week, man. I got a whole bunch of rides in this week. A lot of people seem to like that camera angle, so I haven't moved it back yet. My garage was a mess from the 4th of July with all the fireworks and everything that we were setting off, so I had to move stuff around, make room in here. I had nowhere to walk for a while. So, but that one has the nicer lens on it too. That's got the Sony lens on it, which is has a sharper look to it than the Rokonka, the other one that I have, which is the ultra wide. It's not it's an alright lens. It's not a great lens. You know, it's not $1,000 lens. You know, so. Alright, that should be coming into view. 300. And let's have a peek here. 37.7, that's looking pretty good. Oh, let me have you here. See if we're picking up Fort Lauderdale. I think 88.3 miles to Fort Lauderdale. I don't know if you can see that I have the BORs on here. So if we get rid of that, you'll see that the needles should freaking just disappear. See? So these gauges are actually work well. This one I have an issue with the flight gauge here, the speed. Got to see what's going on with that. But the yaw damper works, the artificial horizon works, and the standby gauge. This is all set up working. Altitude in here and the pressure works. It's just a speed gauge. So I think Zibo must have changed a command or a data ref or something, which is affecting that. How are we looking here? All right, we're under 40 miles now, top of descent. 39 miles, 346, another 6 minutes, we'll start down. We'll give them another 5 minutes before we get them back in their seats. Benchy? Hey, Benchy, how's it going, man? Welcome. Hey, Sergeant Pepper, I didn't even see you sneak in here. Or Jag Fox. Yeah, I use extended night lighting, Jag Fox, from, what's his name? UTD for Life? Yeah. Matter of fact, if you download my night lighting package, if you're going to use that, I include a link in the instructions on where to get them if you don't know where to get them. But yeah, I use extended night lighting. Those patches that X-Plane had set up to imitate the light, I got rid of those. I actually have darkened ones in my night lighting package where you can replace them. So you just get the extended lights without those little patches of stuff all over the place. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about that look. Hey, I hope you're liking the ride, Benchy. We're on our way into Florida. Fort Lauderdale. About a half hour's ride from my house, actually. I'm a half hour between Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach. I'm like right in the middle in Boca. Which is nice because if we have to travel anywhere, I got an option of going to Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, which is pretty cool. I had the same option when I was living in Brooklyn, Kennedy or LaGuardia, but LaGuardia was a mess. I would never leave out of there even if I could get out early. That place was just a mess, man. All right, that should be coming into range now. And let's see, at Bimini, we should have 11 on the fuel. We're 11.3 right now. 10.2 when we get into Fort Lauderdale, 93 miles to go. 26 miles to top of descent. We'll give them another couple of minutes and we'll get them back in their seats. N1, N2, EGT, fuel flow, oil pressure, temperature, quantity, vibrations, all looking fine. Pressure's holding nicely. And the temperature back there is nice and comfortable. All in all, another great run from the mod. That's one of the great things about X-Plane. It is extremely stable. But the issues that I have with MS 2020, which is why I haven't been in there in a while, is every time there's a mandatory update that I don't want, it wipes out all my controls, and I got to put them in again. And I can't use the exact same settings because I thought I'd be sneaky, write them all down, and put them in quick. It doesn't work that way. They're a mess, and I got to figure them out again. And then I wrote those down. The next time there's an update, they're different from the two sets that I had. So it got a little crazy. So that's why 2020 has basically been shelved. I'm waiting for 2024. And I also need PMDG 737NG to work with Device Interface Manager. So once that gets released, then we'll take a look at 2024. But 2020 is just pretty much, the mandatory updates from the Sobo are just ridiculous. I don't need them, I don't want them, I don't like them. They mess with my stuff too much. And you don't have a choice. You don't take it, you don't fly. So that kind of stinks. Sergeant Sapper, I've had this 10 years. And that was about 10 grand. Now it's probably going to cost you a little bit more than that, though. Unless you have skills and you can do some of the building yourself. This is all professionally made by Flightdeck Solutions. They're a Canadian company that basically deals with commercial customers. Contact Miami Center on 128.175, Bahamasair 203. Good night. Miami Center, good evening, Bahamasair 203. With you, flight level 200, inbound Bimini.
Bahama 203, Miami Center, identified, evening pilot.
All right, we got about 10 miles top of descent. Let's get them back in their seats.
Delta 197, again.
Miami Center, Bahamasair 203. We'd like to descend via the decal 9 arrival into Fort Lauderdale. Try to get it if they don't give it to us on time. We're going to follow the charts in anyway. Sometimes SayIntentions is late. My last couple of rides have been great with them.
Bahamas 203, expected to call 9 on arrival. I'll start your descent in about 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Reach out
no.
if you want an early start.
Yeah, Miami Center, Bahamasair 203. We like to start in about 2 minutes.
Bahamas 203, descend flight level 200. You can start your descent in 2 minutes.
Bahamasair 203. We can start our descent at our discretion via the decal 9 arrival. All right. And we can set this down now, and we are good down to...
Bahamas 203, cleared to call 9 on arrival into Fort Lauderdale. When you're ready, descend altitude 16,000, QNH 1017.
Yeah, clear to descend, altitude 16,000, QNH 1017, Bahamasair 203. All right, that's all looking pretty good, and we are looking at 1017. And we'll cross-check that. We're going to follow the charts in, because I want to give you the view out this window. They want to play. We're not going to play. We're going to follow the arrival just the way they're written, so you have a nice view out the left window. Descend and maintain 5,000, left turn 290, vectors for the ILS. See, they're giving us 28 right approach. Bahamasair 203, we'd like to request the 10 left arrival via the decal 9 star, please. And give me the RNAV-Y. That's what we're going to follow in. I want to give you that view. Yeah, they're not going to do that for us. We'll go down to 5,000. All right, they're out. We'll pick them up further down the road.
Good morning, Buenos Dias, San Juan, November 3550, Mike out of...
They want to play, we ain't playing. I'm going to run this ride just the way they did in the real world.
Level 400550.
Oh, thanks, Carter. I appreciate that. Yeah, it is a bit much, but... You know, I got lucky. I didn't know I was going to get sick here. Let's get on local pressure here. And let's get set on the back end here. Let's take a quick peek. Pre-gate panel, auto, pressurization panel, landing altitude is in. Passenger signs are on. Let's get you set, actually. Passenger signs are on. Auto brake is set. Flight instruments and radios. I got to get that set up. Local QNH is in. Recall. We got a clean board. I just got to put landing data VREF minimums in. And we're pretty much good to go. Let me get that in now. We're coming in at $142. Let me take a look at some charts here. Ooh, wrong button there, Louis. Let me just put this in, just in case. All right, let's get. And let's make sure that hold is correct. Yes, we're holding at knots. That looks pretty good. And 96. 96. We're looking at 110.1. 110.1. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. And local pressure is good. And decision height is going to be a deuce. That's looking pretty good. 18. That looks fine. Okay.
490, contact channel 126.45, good morning.
Good morning, up to 320, we're out at 6.7, 1604.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it took me a long time. 15 years to save up for this bad boy. There's that weather we were talking about earlier on the way in here. See, we're going to skirt that, so that's not going to be that big of a deal. So I'm going to take terrain now, and you can have the weather. ATC is a dual package. I'm running XATC chatter for the background transmissions, and I'm running SayIntentions AI for my transmissions between myself and ATC. Oh, good luck, Carter, man. It is possible. Took me a long time to save, but it is definitely possible to do. No doubt about it. All right, let's get the speed brake out before you ask for it. All right, looks like the skyline is starting to come in from Miami here. Starting to get some lights. Very nice. All right.
Trainer 274, contact Procedural 128.1. Let them know you're looking for the traffic 28.1.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a nice view. I've got the airport lighting out there right now. Just starting to come in a little bit. Looks like the weather's going to be real nice once these lights pop in. What time is it now? 2:40? I don't know if I'm going to get another ride in here. Would have been nice to go back to Nassau, but got family coming over for Sunday dinner, so. But I'm just grateful I got one ride in today.
Say your planned altitude at cruise, we're going to climb or descend. Said 9,500, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, 2-4, sir.
Thank you. United 1219, clear for fall.
Alright, let me bring up that other chart now. We got the RNAV-Y coming in. We're going to swing a nice loop and turn here. And we are coming up on 10,000. And you are set. Let's have a quick peek. Exterior lights check set. Engine start selected to continuous. EFIS panel, I'm already set up on terrain. Here you can see is the RNAV-Y that we already have programmed into the flight management computer for this turn. And I'm hoping we're going to get low enough and we're going to have a nice view of some lights down here.
Aircat 70, thanks for your help today. Contact center on 132.85.
3285, now thanks for your help, Aircat 70.
So they want a max of 230 knots at 5,000 minimum at Yelu. And what do we set up here? 230 or below. Yeah, we're pretty good there. You know what? Let's slow all the way up, shall we? I want to enjoy this view.
2752, get it, United 1219.
I want... Thank you.
Here's the call sign, but 2510 is cold until 2000. On number 214 Charlie is top center, thank you. San Diego, altitude 299. Roger. Heavy contact for approach on 124.3.
Oh, why are we climbing here, Louie? What are you doing?
Number 2483, around 31.5.
Why are you climbing? I didn't put in no flight level 180. And why are you not listening to me? Come on. I get that speed brake out. I don't know what it did there. That's the second time it's done something weird. Last ride on the way out, this ride on the way in. Slow all the way up to 180 here. That's a little weird. And we are high now. And we're on that chart.
Stand by.
You know what? Give me that as well. Slow us up. What are we holding at here? We're holding at 4. Alright. Get that speed down. Pretty cloudy out here. Thought we were going to have a better view than that. Oh, there you go. We're starting to break through now. Come on, baby. Get us down. And don't need you. Think we might make this up. You got a view out that window. I don't know if you can see, we're right on that chart. We're basically right on the money. We're going to be making this U-turn right here. I think we're going to make this up. All right, you can come on back. Give me flaps 1, speed check. What did I say? We're coming in at buck 42. Okay. We'll go right to 5. Speed check that. There's Fort Lauderdale off to our left. Give me 10.
That's to go.
Alright, that's looking pretty good now. Should have a nice view out that window. And I don't know if you can see here, we're right on the money. Give me 15 on the flap, speed check. We're going to slow all the way up here. And again, if you don't like the lights that are out there, that's on me. Those are my night lighting edits, that's not on Laminar. And flaps 30. Alright, lights, engine start selectors, auto brake, speed brake, landing gear, flaps, and they have been notified. Let's have a quick peek. 10 notification complete, speed brakes on, landing gears down, 3 green, and flaps are set for landing. We are good. That speed up there, Louis. A little sluggish on the speed there, Zibo. Matter of fact, give me that throttle. Matter of fact, I'll take it the rest of the way. My bird. I've got control. Nothing personal, Zibo, but you were a little wonky there on the way in. My bird.
300 or greater, United 2176. 1615 you called?
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm with you the altitude restrictions George is canceled.
No, that's still count restrictions.
That's a great view. That might be a little lighter than the center. I might have to either brighten that up or darken that down a little bit. Watch yourself there, Louis. Pay attention.
Disregard public speed, cost restricted to maintain 12,000, 7100, 3000.
This is cost public speed, 51 to 12,000, left way 50.
Hope you enjoyed today's ride.
Level 640.
Right left 68, maintain 300, not after Momo, considered 50.
300 on the back, not got the Momo, considered 50.
Right left 68, disregard public speed.
Disregard, disregard.
2,500.
And you're going to 4. And you are...
exact.
That is looking pretty good, and I will take you now.
Report Tango Delta, descend and maintain flight level 200. 007.
And what are we going to? We have Terminal 1, C4 on the gate.
Emergency Air 26 for level 1000, direct stacks. You have information and notice and Imperial 170, runway 32.
Okay, 26 center, ready to send you have the weather in the nose?
The government is there. Won't be able to individual.
Roger. Alright, we're at 42, we got 40 down now, take a 270 on that, please.
Back to 270 knots left, 11.10.
Route 0, total altimeter is 274.
274,
Great view. The Miami skyline out in the distance looks great.
Can we be a little higher, friction for about 12.2?
About 12.2, cross 600 below 14,000, maintain 12,000. Does that work?
That works, about 12.2, let them below 40,000, that's 12,000.
1,000.
Got it.
Down 2615, connect to 126.77.
126.77 on mission 15.
Drag 11 CK, cross 600, maintain 12,000, San Diego, altimeter 3000.
Yes, maintain 1,000.
Approaching 10 left.
Now, Fort Tango Delta, expected cross jack, extended center park, discretion, maintain 13,000, San Diego, altimeter 3000.
Right down to 13,000, expect jack extend to
500.
Okay, 26, put it to the Imperial Airport.
Clear back to the airport. Can you put the VOR?
400.
Server 56, West Imperial VOR.
Just the VOR for
300. Approaching decision height.
5758, 7,000, 2,000,
200 minimums.
Continue. Prepare for landing.
50, 40, 30, 20,
Welcome to Fort Lauderdale. That's 48 minutes. We're 1 minute late. We're a minute late.
2,000 feet.
We got to come all the way down to the end anyway, so we're just going to let her roll.
Roger, 576, Louisiana 980.
Otherwise, 180, cross city, I'm sorry.
Oh, I think they had rain here not that long ago.
Roger.
That's what it looks like.
And maintaining at altitude 12,000.
Okay, 26, turn left heading 070 for your descent, and descend and maintain 7,000.
070 for the descent, 7,000.
All right, and we've got Terminal 1.
November 10, Fort Tango Delta, cross jack, head to maintain 10,000.
Gate 44. Oh no, Terminal 1, Charlie 4.
Otherwise, 18, connect approach at 124.35.
124.35, otherwise on 8 today.
November 2, Foxtrot, runway, descend and maintain 14,000.
14,000.
Hopefully no one's in our
November 10,
spot.
Fort Tango Delta, connect approach at 124.35.
2435, Fort Tango.
Up to 770s, out of flight level 34.
All right, we're getting on APU. Confirm that. We can actually shut down number 2.
Level off, flight level 240.
I think somebody's in our gate.
Maintain 12,000.
All right, gate reassignment. Let's say we waited a minute on that as well.
120, cross Delta 770.
And we can kill you. Take that gate right in the corner. Yeah, I think they got dumped on down here.
Southwest 1485, that's in a Roger, Cutter, Jack, cross Jack, head to maintain 10,000, San Diego altimeter is 3000.
Jack, cross at a 10, Southwest 1485.
Marshal?
1485, how do you hear this traffic radio? 1485.
I don't see a Marshal.
5 by 5. All right, thank you.
Oh, there he is.
That was
Now I see you. Now I see you, Johnny.
Southwest 2317, waiting for you to check on Southwest, please.
Southwest 2317 on flight level 198, climate 230.
Southwest 2317, thank you. Can I tell you 7126.77? I'll keep the time going.
Electric and then hydraulics next.
Charlie Center 80 in the transition, maintain 2.
All right. Shut it down. Any collision, let them run around.
Southwest 2208.
All right, let's have the flight bag.
Southwest 2208, then Roger.
Ground services. Get all that set up here. Chocks are in position. We can lose the parking brake. Ground power is available. We get on ground. Confirm with the AC selector. We're going to get set for unconditioned air. Get rid of the APU. Don't need the fuel pumps. Don't need galley power. Don't need hydraulic pumps. And TCAS is on standby. Let's have a quick peek.
2127.
All right, electrical power, APU or ground, we're on ground. Bleed air, we're set for unconditioned air. The APU bleed is off, left and right packs to auto, and the isolation valve is open. That's good. Okay, fuel levers are set to cut off. Anti-collision light is off. Passenger signs are off. Fuel pump switches are off. Electrical panel check set, galley power is off. Window heat switches are off. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. Exterior lights as needed. We have logo and position. Flight director switches are off. Chocks in position. Parking brake is off. And let's shut down completely now because I don't think I'm going to get another ride in here until, well, very late at the very least. All right, IRS selectors are off. Emergency exit lights are off. Exterior lights are off. We are already set for unconditioned air. Engine start selectors to both. We're going to disconnect ground power. And AC/DC selectors to stand by, and then we have our battery switch is off. And that's a wrap. All right, everybody. For those of you that joined me today, I hope you enjoyed today's ride from Nassau into Fort Lauderdale. This is a nice little quick run. I hope you had a good view out that window. I'm going to go back and take a look at that on the big screen, see what that looked like. It looked pretty good from my point of view. Once we started that loop around, but I don't know what it looks like on the camera. So, all right, let's see. What did I miss here? Give you an idea on what I'm looking at here. That's a tiny little text I'm looking at. My wife wants to know if you've ever crashed in it. Oh yeah, Sergeant Sapper. Oh yeah, I got a couple that were live flights. We skidded off the runway, went sideways into a fence. Oh yeah, I've had some crashes in here. Oh yes, I am not without being fallible, that's for sure. 90-inch screen, nice, that's the way to look at it. I've got 375-inch out there that I'm looking at, but I'm going to go look at it on the 85-inch inside myself in just a little bit here. Ryan style fly, you're not kidding, George. All right, everybody, you know, I always enjoy the company and the conversation with everybody that joins me, so I hope you enjoyed today's view, and I'll catch you on my next run, everybody. Take care. Beautiful ride. Oh, you got good timing with those meds. I just got done.